Hi there guys, issue 49, Warhammer 40k Conquest, let's get into it. So I am 2 or 3 weeks behind because I've just been on holiday, so I had my summer holidays, so I'll be catching up with everything in the next day or two. I shall also be covering a lot of the new kind of replacement for Warhammer 40k Conquest, which is going to be their Age of Sigmar version, which is called Mortal Realms. Now that only got announced I think today, but I'm super excited for that, and hopefully I'm going to be able to pick that up in the next day or two and start getting the reviews for that going as well. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, let's have a look at issue 49. So we've got highlights with new layer paints, Land Raiders and the Black Crusades. The paints we've got today are Ogreen Camo layer. We've got Calgar Blue, which is a layer, and we've got Dawnstone, which is a layer. We'll no doubt read about more about those in here. Okay, in this issue, edge highlighting your models is one of the best ways to make their details stand out. This requires paints that both contrast and complement the base colours, usually increasing in brightness to create stark contrast. You've used this technique on some areas of your models already, building your skills on colours that are easier to paint like gold and silver before moving on to red and black. Now your edge highlighting skills will be put to great use, as the paints included in this issue are for edge highlighting the armour of your models. You have a lot of models at this stage, but don't feel intimidated. Guides will make it easy for you to find every edge that you'll need to paint. Just take one model at a time and don't expect to paint them all in one go. Once you've finished your first model, you'll see how great they will all look when they are done. Just take your time, before you know it, you'll have two beautifully painted armies on the battlefield. Happy hobbying. Okay, so we've got Land Raiders, Space Marine War Machine 7. Then we've got the Black Crusades, which is 40k history. Then we've got Paint Guide. Then we've got a Rules Mission. So I'm assuming that the vast majority of this issue is a paint guide. Well, a lot of it is anyway. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, Space Marine Land Raiders. The Land Raider is amongst the most feared war machines in the deadly arsenal of the Adeptus Astartes. Although technically a transport vehicle, the Land Raider possesses more firepower than the main battle tanks of most other armies. So that's cool. Oh, nice, like a nice detailed, almost looks like a, you know, those books you used to get for Austin Maestros and older cars that gave kind of technical drawings and that kind of stuff. It looks a bit like that. Despite its technological complexity, the Land Raider is a reliable and rugged vehicle. Space Marines attribute this reputation to the incredible strength of its machine spirit. Nice. Okay, as well as being a deadly fighting vehicle, each Land Raider has enough transport capacity for a full squad of Space Marines and the champions that lead them. The Land Raider is more mobile fortress than tank. Very good. Then it gives us some more information on Land Raider variants. So it's got a Crusader. First developed by the Black Templars, this vehicle was armed with hurricane bolters and hull-mounted twin assault cannon. It also sports an improved transport capacity thanks to the removal of bulky las power generators. And then it's got the Land Raider Redeemer. The Redeemer's sponsons mount the great dreaded flamestorm cannons, weapons that can send burning sheets of promethium into the thick of the foe. The Redeemer was first used by the flame-bearing Salamanders chapter. Okay, that's good. Now we've got 40k history, and it's got the Black Crusades. 13 times Abaddon the Despoiler has gathered the combined forces of Chaos and attacked the galaxy at the head of a Black Crusade. He will not cease his deadly invasions until the Imperium lies in ruins. So that's good. The Chaos Resurgent. So this looks quite interesting as well, where everything is in the galaxy relating to that. Very cool. Okay, right, so then we've got some how to paint edge highlights. It concentrates on the 3 paints we've got today. And these are used a hell of a lot. So I've got quite a hefty paint guide today. So that's cool. Then we've got Rules Mission 33, Medical Emergency. The Ultramarines Medicae facility in the north of Kalon is under threat. Death Guard troops are closing in, led by a cruel plague surgeon who would enjoy nothing more than spreading infection and disease throughout the sterile medical facilities. Okay, it's got some lore. So it's called Surgical Strike. Okay, Vector of Infection. The Plague Surgeon and his Death Guard warriors seek to breach the Ultramarines' defensive lines and gain access to the medical facility. If they do so, the results will be terrible. The Ultramarines must hold the line no matter the cost and protect the sterile Medicae facility from infection and disease. Okay, so the battlefield is place an objective marker on the location shown on the map, which is that cross. This represents the entrance to the Space Marines medical facility. The Death Guard must gain access to the facility in order to win the game. Space Marines must stop them from accessing the facility to be victorious. Okay, so we've got the Plague Surgeon, 12 Poxwalkers, 7 Plague Marines, and the Malignant Plague Caster up against the Apothecary, the Librarian, 5 Intercessors, and 3 Aggressors. Deployment is Space Marines in this box here. Death Guard don't deploy on the map. They will move onto the board at the start of the first movement phase, obviously from these lines on here. Death Guard player takes the first turn. Okay, so the victory conditions are Death Guard units can enter the Medicae facility if at the start of their movement phase they are within 1 inch of the objective marker. If one or more Death Guard units does so, the Death Guard player is victorious. Space Marine player is victorious if no Death Guard units have managed to enter the Medicae facility by the end of the 5th round. Okay, so that's quite interesting. Looks quite good. I think it's going to be difficult for the Space Marines here. Yeah, but interesting. So this utilises both the 2 larger mats that we've got. So that's good. Okay, and then let's look to see what we've got coming up next. So issue number 50, we've got 10 Chaos Cultists, and I will be recording that video straight after I've uploaded this. And then issue number 51 is the Hemotrope Reactor. So another nice bit of scenery there. So that's great. I will get this uploaded and I'll see you shortly for issue number 50.